vernacular, you hear that more often, right? What is perceived to be a relationship with money. Actually, you should probably only have relationships with things that are alive, right? Like you can have a relationship with a person, you can have a relationship with an animal, but to have a relationship with paper and coins is kind of fucking weird. And now we don't even use it's digits on a screen. So like you have this relationship with digits and commas on a screen, which is fucking ridiculous, right? But that's the system. Okay, so if your mind is clouded up with financial shit, you can't have that mental clarity to be creative, to get into flow state, to work on things. Like it'll still come in small spurts. Like when's the last time you sat down and had 6 hours of just nothing but flow state working on the thing that you want to work on? Raise your hand if you were able to do that this last week. If you had 6 hours straight, no interruptions, doing only what you wanted to do. I had 4 of those this week. I had 24 fucking hours of me doing whatever the fuck I wanted to. But it's because I'm not worried about this shit anymore. Okay? So here's something for all the young people that are listening. If you are under the age of 25, this, and I get flamed for this all the time, is you don't need to go and be creative. You don't need to go chase your dream if you're under 25 years old. You don't need to go invent stuff. You don't need to do any of that. What you need to do is rack up as much fucking cash in your bank account as you can so that when you can step back and take a break because you're secure, you can go, okay, I'm all right. I'm good. And then what's going to happen is everything out in front of you opens up. And you just see money making opportunities just left, right, and so many that you can't even. I'm in the position right now. There's so many things that I could do for money. I don't have the team. I don't have the capacity to do it all, but it's all there. I'm stepping over $100 bills every single day because I see it. And I see it because I'm not under pressure. A quarterback hikes the ball, and if the offensive line protects him, he can sit in the pocket and see the field and throw it to the receiver. If the quarterback hikes the ball, the fucking defense are collapsing in on him, and he gets rid of it or throws it away or takes the sack. And a lot of you are hiking the ball every single day and then getting sacked because we don't have these two things. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So once you get these two things, this is what I tell the young guy. Once you're jacked, once you're rich, then you're going to attract a higher quality. You're going to attract a higher quality person. If you're jacked and confident and you have money in your bank account, you will get a way hotter chick. That is how it fucking works. That is just how it works. I've already lived it and breathed it and retired from. Already did it. The reverse. And the thing here that has a lot to do with what we're going to talk about with content. And I posted a reel about it today, about the people closest to you sometimes to make these things very challenging. That's a problem. These things make these things challenging. That's a fucking problem. You are fighting upstream. Anyone ever been surfing? You ever try to swim out into the fucking wave, but the waves are so numerous and rough that you end up going backwards even though you're paddling forwards? Just like you paddle your fucking ass off for like 90 seconds straight, and then you look off into the horizon and you're further back than where you started. This whole thing, this whole romantic money, it all happened because this thing broke on me. This thing broke on me. I would have this right now, but it broke. It broke. I didn't have this. I didn't have this. Okay. Not everyone's nice and depressed. What questions do we have? There should be some questions. steaming off of that.
One, what would your advice? Literally working the wall in the dirt. Right? You're the people expect you start to grow and or a mile lane. Get rid of for
It's called friction. It's called friction. Are you kidding me?
or badly. One day, Wednesday, stay. When you get back to work,
All right.
they also goes spring work.
Dude, everyone that's been in the program that's on here watching right now is like, this guy's fucking so close. He's so close right now. You already got the social credit score. You already have made your life your content. You're already making people mad. Dude, you're on the fucking way right now.
Here's or calling the break. I got house over in a rally, auto parts.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, that decision that you just made, that's a life-changing decision. To come on here and listen to this and drink that fucking Budweiser, came on here to get better. And everyone else that came on here to get better, you guys are already ahead. Like, you're already in the right direction. There you go. I got an IPA over there or something. You're already headed in the right direction. The friction that you're feeling from the job, from the family, that is the proof. That is the proof. And I'll give you guys some advice from a diesel mechanic who has over 100,000 followers. At least he hit 100,000 followers back in December. I used to bring up his page a lot. His name is Chris. It's just Chris. He has face tattoos all over him. He's a diesel mechanic, got 100,000 followers. And he said the thing that he did that allowed him to grow on social media, because he had tried before. He blocked all of his family members, and he said, and block anyone that would ever say something. That's what he said. Said block them. And he's absolutely right. I had to tell my mother today. I said, she told me some stuff about my post that she didn't like. And I said, please stop sending me messages like this. It's making me not want to talk to you. Straight up, send it right to her. And if they have a problem with it, it's okay. It's natural. I would expect your family members to have a problem with you trying to do something on the internet, on an app on your phone. You should expect that shit. That is the proof. You're headed in the right direction. Just keep going forward. I'm glad you're going to sign up. The accountability alone, just coming to the calls is going to be enough, dude. You're going to get there.
What group aren't you?
Instagram shit, the social media shit. This is the easiest part. Okay. And this is the easiest part because I've been doing it longer probably than all of you. And now I've see it for what it is. And I go, it's just like that. Like when I first started bodybuilding, I could not do that. I could not do, I first started bodybuilding, I could not do this. Could not kneel and do a pose like that. Not in my arsenal. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But then we do it long enough. Skeleton that's behind here. You study me. You put in enough reps, and then you go like, all it is just doing X, Y, Z. So I've tried to make that or make this as simple Evenly pulse. So number one, fuck the niche. Let me explain that. Brian Parker just heard this 2 hours ago. All right, so what I mean by fuck the niche is there are like probably 10 different sectors of your life, probably even more, right? If you have kids, you're a dad. If you have a job, you have a bit of your identity in your job. If you have a dog, you're a dog owner. If you were in the military, you're a veteran. If you used to work in a warehouse, right? Let's say you worked in the warehouse for 10 years, then part of your identity is in the lessons you learned at the warehouse, right? Let's say you were in real estate for a 5-year stint, right? You still have some real estate friends. You still have some real estate inside jokes. You went to graduate school. You're a sports fan. You like NFL. Okay, there's all these different areas of your life. You go to the gym. You know something about peptides. You know a little bit about guns. And what, for 3-ish years ago, the advice to grow on social media was just pick one of those things and just go all in on guns. Just go all in on fitness. Nothing else. Because you don't want to confuse the audience. You don't want to make the audience think you have more than one fucking interest in your life. Oh, wait, hold on. You have a dog and you're a parent? What the fuck, man? I follow you for the dog content, not for the kid content. This is bullshit, right? That's what would happen, apparently. I always thought that was fucking so. I was getting burnt the fuck out on the posing thing. Like, you can only fucking, there's 7 poses. How many poses can I possibly make? There's 7 fucking poses. I could do it for 2 years. Over and over and over and over again. And it got me to 40,000 followers. I had my highest month I ever made was $14,000. Going from making nothing to getting to a $14,000 month. That was awesome. And I did stuff about weed. Preston Herb Company, Code Daniel, right? I got a whole bunch of people that were like into the I haven't paid for weed in over a year. I haven't spent a single dollar on it. It just gets shit in fucking boxes. And I have a whole room in my closet that is just nothing but weed.
See how people.
You read that? We don't make good fucking decisions. That's why it's called Manic Mike. So, fuck the niche. Let's get back to that. Fuck the niche, okay? If you have, it's this easy. If you want to make content as easy as possible, you just post about what is happening in your life right now. Okay? Case in point, yesterday, I had a friend of mine made a post that was not very nice about me, and it was very public. So I was like, guess I know what I'm doing today. I guess I know what my content is today. Right? Like, it's really that easy. And if that involves a whole bunch of different things, then including all of that content into your content is going to do this really cool thing. All right? Have you guys ever been to the dog park? I had a dog when I was married. I used to go to the dog park. Okay, the dog park is really cool. Let me tell you why the dog park is cool. The dog park is cool because it brings people that I would never talk to, never even fucking cross paths. People that wear a mask in their car. Those are the people they go to the dog park, right? The triple vax, blue-haired chick from Austin. She goes to the dog park. The super conservative boomer, he goes to the dog. They all go to the dog park, okay? And it's really cool because that's exactly how I built my Instagram following. Was I tried to just make content in all these different areas of my life, talking about all different things: mental health, being divorced, bodybuilding. I'm considered a fitness influencer. There is like a tiny slice of what I do that has anything to do with fucking fitness.
I have a big problem with the 2022. I just begin to try to cool.
Yeah, all of those things will get your account taken down. It will get you banned. It's like the pre-workout. It's like the high stim pre-workout. Like, don't take this pre-workout unless you can handle the fucking heat. Right? Don't download my app if you are afraid to whatever. Doesn't matter. But yes, everything you just said, literally all three of those things, peptide, steroids, those will all get you banned. That's like you took 3. Shoot, people doing fucking 100 miles an hour on the freeway.
Or I know I tried to cut.
So if you do something over and over again and you keep getting the same result, come join the program, dude. Okay. So the niche, the dog park brings all different kinds of people together. When you post about all the different parts of your life, you bring in all these different people from all the different niches. Okay? When you bring all the people from all the different niches, they all find themselves following this guy, and they're all inside of your community. All of you guys right now, you guys only follow me for me. You only follow me for me because I don't post enough. I don't post enough about anything for you to follow me for that. Like, you just followed me for bodybuilding, you'd be waiting a long time for a post. If you just followed me for eating in my car, I haven't done that in 6 months. So all of you guys just follow me because you think I'd be a guy that you probably have something in common. We could have a conversation at the dog park. It's a lot more human than you actually think it is. Like social media, there's a lot of very basic human psychology that if you just kind of like use that as your guide, you'll do a really good job. We're going to talk about this right here. Okay, that's the teaser. This is how you treat everyone you're trying to get to pay you. You have to treat them like a chick you're trying to bang. Yep. If you want someone to pay you, you got to treat them like a chick you're trying to bang. A hot one. You got to work really hard. Okay, we're going to get to that in a minute. Next one, plagiarize. The modern school system in America has demonized plagiarism, right? The worst thing you can possibly do. It's the equivalent of a fucking academic felony. You don't want to copy someone else's content. And in fact, when you do it, people are going to say, hey, you stole that guy's content. You went to his house and you got on his phone and you fucking stole his content, and then you went back to your house, put it in your phone, and uploaded it on the internet. You motherfucker. That's literally what they think happens. But that's not actually the case. Whenever you plagiarize somebody, it is an act of appreciation. Your shit was so good, I had to do it myself. You did such a good job on that reel, I had to go and do it for myself. Because I knew I could recreate it and get the same amount and get the same result. Or I could put my little twist on it. Best one I ever did. Mario Lopez, the actor, he's walking into a town, and then he gets into the door, and then he just faints and he falls on the ground. And the text above it says, sorry I didn't text back. I fell asleep as soon as I got home. So he acted out a literal scene of that happening, which is ridiculous, right? You don't walk into your house and then immediately fall asleep. But that's what the message said. So it's funny. It's ironic, right? So immediately I saw that and I was like, I have a door. I could do that. I have a door, I have a house. I have everything I need. And then I was like, but wait, I'm a bodybuilder. So I put on my bodybuilding pants. I put on my strainer. I made a protein shake. I came back. I walked into the door and fell asleep and spilled protein shake all over the place. Sorry I didn't text back. Just got home from the gym. Or I fell asleep as soon as I got home from the gym. Fantastic. Totally ripped off. Totally ripped off. I benefited from it greatly. So, one of Tony Robbins' things that he says all the time is like pattern recognition is a skill, and it's a skill that can make you very rich. If you think of Instagram views as money, a currency, pattern recognition can make you rich on Instagram. Make you rich in views. You recognize the pattern, that person, that reel, and they got a lot of positive feedback from it. Let's take the entire thing that they did, the timing, keep those maybe slight variation here and there. The length is the same. Everything's the same. The only thing that changes is you put your videos in there. The quickest way to be able to present your story, develop your brand, share who you are as a person inside of something that's already viral. You've seen a reel 10 times today, but different people are doing it. Like this summer, in your 20s. In your 20s, someone will tell you to act. It's very important that you listen to that person. People were doing it all over the place. That was viral. And all you had to do was put in your video and your story of in your 20s. Someone will tell you that being a bodybuilder isn't a real job. Although my mom told me 18, but still, they fit the. Someone in your 20s will tell you being a bodybuilder is your real job. It's very important that you listen to that person. Why? Because I went to college, I didn't become a bodybuilder, and then when I got done with the military, I became a bodybuilder, and guess what I do for a living? They're on the internet. The thing that my mom said was not a real job. Well, she was right. It isn't a real job. But tripled their salary last year. Plagiarize. Okay, so if it worked once, it'll work again. And that'll take a ton of pressure off you as a content creator. If you don't know what to post, that search function inside Instagram is one of your best friends. Or you can get the IG4R app and you can literally tell it what situation you're in. You can feed it a reel that's already viral and you can say, show me how to do this. Write this script for me so it's in my voice. It's called Instagram for Retards. Nick will drop the link right now. It's a chat bot. It's literally, like, it's nothing fancy, okay? But essentially, it's everything that I've ever said about social media, right and wrong. I didn't filter it. A database that you can interact with. It'll literally talk to you like a person. My buddy who's using it right now, I'm like, it'll call you fat. It'll say you're a fucking retard. Like, it'll say, yeah, if you say some bitch shit, like, it will come back and challenge you. It's programmed to do that, but it will get you fucking banned, so you should be careful. Dang. So you're going to plagiarize shit. You're going to steal capsules of video. You're going to steal structures of videos. You're going to do it just like them. Copy the audio, copy the text. Just put your videos in front. Okay. If that doesn't sound like something that is very easy to do, what the fuck? I don't know what to do. You have all these different things you can do. You end up doing fucking nothing. That's why Instagram for Retards community exists. And that's what we're going to talk about over here. Number 3, community. We have a community. If you like me, if you like hanging out with me, if you think you and I would have a good conversation, join the community. And then what happens is we all get in there, and Austin Brown's in there every night. And we just talk about what's working, what's not working, what do we need to do to take another step tomorrow? What do we learn from today? What was a mistake? What's an idea? And when you just come together with a bunch of people that are trying to do the same shit as you, it becomes like a place where you walk away smarter every day because you just, like, either someone told you learned something from someone, or you heard about someone's mistake that they made, and you're like, oh, okay, I just won't do that. Like, you come to my content roast where I roast people's Instagrams, I pull it up and just tear it apart. If you come to those, even if I don't pick you, even if I don't pull up your Instagram, you're going to get a bunch of things to not do from other people. Because you're going to hear me go off and you're like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Like, if you start a video with the back of your fucking head, I'm going to go ballistic. Right? So there you go. Right away. Okay. Never start a reel with the back of my head. Boom. You're already smarter. You're already smarter. If you keep coming to the community calls and you keep engaging and keep listening, you're just going to get smarter by default. I've done that for years. Good.
Dollar. Make sure we get that drop in the link as well.
So I'll explain to you. So we have just a platform. It's another app outside of Instagram. And basically it's a place where we can all digitally contribute to feed. And then we come together in these group calls like this and we work out problems. This one's a little bit more formal because I'm best. Yeah. And this thing right here, the part I'm really excited to get to it, so just bear with me. I'm going to get through this one. This is the one that you cannot forget. Okay? All the ones down here at the bottom so far, this one at the bottom, this one at the bottom, and it's going to be this one at the bottom. Very, very important. These all build on each other. Okay. Post your bullshit. Why do you post your bullshit? Well, easy. Very easy. Because people relate with pain. People move faster to get away from pain than they do moving toward pleasure. If you make a post about a mistake that you made, that you were super embarrassed about, that cost you a lot of money, that cost you a relationship, that cost you a relationship with your kid, that cost you maybe prison time, that costs you something like it. If you post that versus you post yourself winning something, or maybe you win a fucking bodybuilding show, like you win a bodybuilding show, you win your class. The bullshit one, the one where you made a mistake, the one where you opened up and were vulnerable, that's the one that's actually going to create people that are going to want to buy shit from you. They're going to want to come and join your community. Right? This one, the good one, right? The you winning the thing, that's going to get you a lot of views. It's going to boost your ego. You're going to get some pats on the back, and it's not going to do shit for your fucking business. But this one, when I talk about being bipolar, when I talk about crashing out and letting myself get scammed by an Instagram recovery specialist, when I talk about how I just destroyed my marriage and got expelled from graduate school in the same fucking month, that's the stuff people like. Because it's real and it's shitty, and they can all relate to some aspect of that. Me and Austin Brown both have kids that are on the other side of the country. I'm gonna be 0 for 4 on birthdays. He turns 4 in July. I'm gonna be 0 for 4. Not because I don't want to, but because I'm not allowed to see her until August. I'm 0 for 4, and there's nothing I can fucking do about it. So what do you do about it? You spiral, you get pissed off, you go to court, you fight it, you fucking fight upstream. You flip on your camera, you talk right into the motherfucker. You're going to talk right into that camera. Exactly how you feel. What's going through your head. And when I start posting about that, people are going to go, damn, dude, I have that problem too. Or my dad had that issue when I was young. It can help you with this. Hey, I'm building this app that actually helps you communicate with you, live across the country from their kid, and they can communicate better. Oh. It's like those networks, that community starts to build. When you post the bullshit, starts to build. But here's the problem with the posting the bullshit. The problem, I'm going to sit down. The problem with the posting the bullshit is twofold. Number one, it's embarrassing. It's hard to say the things that you did or the thoughts that you had or outcomes of something. Maybe you got caught doing something you're really embarrassed about. And it's embarrassing, right? There's going to be backlash. There's going to be people that call you shitty person, whatever. That already happens. So you're already used to that, right? But then your family is going to immediately call you on the phone. And they're going to go, are you okay? And this is what you need to tell them. The internet is not real. That's what you tell them. Because they're going to be reading comments. They're going to be thinking, especially if you have fucking boomer parents, they're going to be thinking about how it'll affect your resume. I don't have a fucking resume. I've never had one. They're going to want to protect you. They're not going to want you to share anything too personal. Because that's how they grew up. It was the status quo back then, right? If you talked about mental health, you ain't getting fucking hired. You got no problem. No way you can be a doctor. No way you can be a lawyer. No way you can be a police officer. No way you can be in the army. Keep that shit fucking suppressed. And go ahead, yeah, keep it suppressed. And what's going to happen is your fucking Instagram's going to stay suppressed. Your community stays suppressed because you're just another fucking account that is, there's no connection. You can't connect over the positive. You can't connect over the positive. You can connect over wins, but you can connect so much easier with way more people. There's way more losers than fucking winners out there, guys. There's way more losers in there. There's way more out there than smart people. Why do you think my community is called Instagram for Retards? Led by the head retard over here. Right? I want to bring us all together. Why? So we can all get smarter. High tide rises all ships. Okay, so post your bullshit. It's gonna piss off your family a lot. It's gonna piss off your workplace. It's gonna piss off your coworkers. You can block them. You can try to not pay attention to them. You can try to not read the comments. I find that very challenging. But the thing that I find comfort in is this. The internet is not real. It is in the air. It's in the air. You can't touch the internet. You can't touch Instagram. You can't do that. Not real. Most of the people on Instagram that are commenting on shit aren't real either. And you'll never meet them in real life. And just a little side note here, you should use trial reels, okay? And this will help you a ton. Everything you post on your main Instagram account, that'll go to trial reels first. Yes, because you're trying to test their performance, but there's a little hidden thing that people don't tell you about, and I'm live on the fucking internet here. If you go into your trial reels, all right, you're going to get the same kind of comments, probably, like the hate comments especially, that you're going to get on your main page. And so don't talk shit to people on the main page. Because sometimes it's okay, but like for the most part, you don't really want to do that. You just want to be like, hey, thanks for the support, right? Kill them with kindness. Man, yeah. But on your trial reels, go fucking ham. Go talk some shit. Don't say anything that would like incriminate you or get you a community guideline shit, but like, go talk some shit. You might need to fucking. It happened. Yeah, the computer program. It's a computer program that exists in the internet that's not real. So it glitches and it fucking takes shit away and there's no, yeah, it's not a real place. My mom was telling me I should contact a lawyer about my Instagram getting taken down. I was like, Mom, what are they going to lawyer up? What are they going to lawyer out of this whole thing? It's a fucking app on the phone that's free. It's an app on the phone that's free. So this is software fairly. Get these friends. You gotta just go through it. Just go watch my last reel. You're gonna anywhere. You're gonna go through them. You're gonna go through it, and you're gonna pass them, and then you're gonna get up to the next level, and there's gonna be haters. Move it. I've only ever made money one way, but the only way I make money is by telling people what I know. I tell people what I know for free. And then if they want additional help after that or more of my time, there's a price. That's it. That's the entire business right there. I've done 3 times. Okay, the first time I didn't even know I was doing it, but it was in 2014. I graduated from Army Ranger School, and about 3 months went by, and I decided to make, it was like 5 YouTube videos on just tips and tricks that I use to graduate from Ranger School because I was kind of an anomaly. Okay. I went into Ranger School without going to any of the infantry schools that the officers normally go to before you go into that school. They go for like months to learn all the weapon systems and all the different tactics. There's like a 16-week program. I didn't go to that. So I went into the Army's premier leadership and tactical school with fucking very basic knowledge of the weapon systems and all of the other things that I was going to have to do. Okay. And I knew I was at disadvantage. So well, if I don't know what to do, then I just need to make myself useful. And so I would like fill up people's waters. I would always give away my peanut butter. People fucking were crazy about peanut butter. And I was like, yeah, I'll trade you peanut butter, or I'll do your night guard shift if you can help me put this fucking machine gun back together under night vision. Friends. But I graduated the school. I didn't recycle. Most people recycle. And so I was kind of an anomaly at the graduation. I was like standing there with all the other guys that didn't recycle. There's like 4 of us, and they're all fucking badasses. One guy was a fucking DEA agent. I'm just sitting there just like, I've just been here. Anyway, I make the YouTube videos. The YouTube videos don't go viral. If you look at them right now, it goes from 10 years ago. They have like 70,000 views over 10 years. Okay. But people would search Ranger School and they hit enter on YouTube. And then my video would pop up and they would watch it. And then they would email me and I started doing it. And then eventually my ex was like, why don't you you should charge money for them. And I was like, dang, I should charge money for that. I never did charge money for it. I think somebody gave me money, but that was the extent of it. But that in itself could have been an insanely profitable business. Insanely profitable. Could charge each one of those guys $2,000. And so if you do this program, if you do this training program, fitness dieting programs, if I would have kept doing YouTube, we would not be having this fucking conversation right now. If I kept doing YouTube 10 years ago, you guys know exactly who I was, and I would have no idea who you are. That's the compounding effects of YouTube. Okay, so it's the only way I've ever made to start. The next one was the posing. I taught people bodybuilders, how to do the poses on the stage. Okay, how did I do that? I remember I said it at the beginning. I didn't know I was not a good poser. I went and took posing lessons from other people. And then I went back to my community, my group of people that I bodybuild with, my gym, the people in my local area, and I charged them money for the same shit I just bought from the other guy. So I just showed people what I knew. And I would always speak from a position of experience, not a position of authority. What do I mean by that? If you get on Instagram and say, you need to do this, this is why you're fat, blah, 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 blah. That's speaking from a position of authority. You got to do this. It puts this barrier up instantly between you and your audience. Okay. But if you speak from a position of experience, where it's like, look, this is what I did, it's way more disarming. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not an Instagram expert. I'm not an expert. I'm not a business expert. All I'm doing right now is just showing you guys what I did to get here. That's it. And so when I had my large account, I would tell people dude, I can't get you 1 million followers. I have no idea how to get you 1 million followers, but I can get you to 500,000. You all right with that? And yeah, I'd be all right now. Well, I'm just going to show you what I do. I'm just going to show you what I did to get here. People will pay for that. Let me give you an rousing 5th grade. Oh, this Nintendo 64 game called Doom. And I rented it like 3 weeks in a row from the grocery store. And when my mom would go grocery shopping, she'd let me rent a video game. And I could not get past level 4. And so I paid my friend at school, Julian Flores, there's no way fortunate. I paid him $5 in 1999, 1998. I paid him $5, which is like, that's like a massive amount of money as a 5th grader, just so you know. And he didn't teach me how to beat the game. He taught me how to get to level 5. That was it. He taught me how to beat the level I couldn't beat. And guess what? That was money well spent. So if you're not an expert on something, if you're not that's me up. How old are you? Yeah, 46. So dude, there's something that you have been doing probably for the last like 30 years, or maybe less, maybe like 20 years, that you don't even realize right now. You're like, what is he talking about? There's something that you have so much fucking knowledge on that can help somebody skip steps, that can help somebody get you a result to where you are faster. And that is fucking gold.
I didn't last for my new have friend sort of situation. How like one thing he trust you to get break, but
Let me put a cap on this one, okay? The thing that I've made money teaching people how to go to ranger school, how to prepare, I've taught people how to skip steps and how to become better at posing on a bodybuilding stage. Okay, the next thing I did after that was I actually taught people how to become posing coaches, because I realized, wow, I just made a $14,000 a month, and there's fucking 10,000 bodybuilders still left out there untouched. I could charge money to teach other people how to do what I just did. And that was the next thing I did. Nick was part of that. That's how Nick joined the team up there in the corner of the scene. That's how they give it away for free. When you have a base of knowledge on something, like I did with Range Friday with posing, okay, what you do is you put all that shit out there online. Put all that shit out there online. Don't gatekeep any. Okay, put as much of the thing that you have exceptional knowledge in or exceptional experience. Put all that shit on the internet. Okay, and then what you can also do is, now with AI, god damn, this is so much better now. You word vomit everything you know about that thing, right? And you word vomit that shit into Claude, and you have it create you a digital product, an ebook of lessons learned as a Boilermaker, lessons learned as a musician, lessons learned, things to avoid if you, once you have some sort of physical product or video, or just like, okay, I'm going to say this restaurant name, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth or that pops in your head, just say Texas Roadhouse. And that didn't work out like it usually does. All right.
regroup.
Usually, when I do that experiment, everyone says bread, rolls, and butter, buttered rolls. I mean, usually, you guys know what I'm talking about with the rolls?
Rolls, they're rolled.
Yeah, biscuits, rolls. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, how much money do you pay for those things? And that's when I go, but it didn't work out. How can it be that the thing that you think of immediately, that you remember the most about your last Texas Roadhouse experience, is the thing that was free? How does that work? I noticed this too when I was growing up at the mall. You guys go to the mall? And they would have a person sitting out there, like in the food court area, not sitting, but standing with a tray of samples. Orange chicken, or if it was Chick-fil-A, it was chicken nuggets. Okay? No, none of the other places usually did it. It was just those two places. And then you'd look over at the two places that were giving away the free samples, and the line is wrapped around the fucking thing. Why do you need that? That's so weird, right? If someone walks by, they get something for free that they like, and then they go buy more of it.
Aristocrat.
Yeah. All right. And so what happened in human, this is human psychology. If you give somebody insane amounts of value, like, holy shit, this guy just gave me this thing for free. This is fucking nuts. I'll give people my 60-page ebook with all the anatomy and all the different things about literally everything. Fucking beautiful PDF that I paid this guy in Pakistan like $39 to do. They would get that ebook and they'd be like, holy shit. They watch my videos and I go, holy shit, like, this is incredible. I learned so much from this guy. I wonder what it would be like if I paid him. I wonder what it would be like if I paid him. You're going for. I wonder what it would be like if I give them your time, you help them implement your processes. In some cases, you even do it for them. That's even better feeling as a customer. Oh, you'll do it for me? A lot of money for what is called a done-for-you service. The white glove experience. Okay, because the thing that you're doing for them is a challenge for them, but it's effortless for you. It's effortless for me to pull up all of your guys' Instagram accounts and go, do this instead. Don't do that next time. Do this instead. Don't do that. And you guys would have insane amounts of value. That would be an incredible thing that I could do for you. You would learn so much. Fucking easy for me. A really cool thing that I have thought of is a quote by, his name is George Mack. I could be wrong. Comments, let me know if I'm wrong. He says, you love what you do. It's not that the work gets any less hard. It's that the tools in your hands that you're working with become light. So you can take 40, I can take 40 clients on and manage their content. You know why? Because Instagram is like fucking PowerPoint. It works the same on my computer that it works on your computer. Some people make really fucking good PowerPoint presentations. I'm terrible at making PowerPoint presentations. Some people can make fantastic PowerPoint presentations. In the same breath, some people can make fantastic Instagram posts. The app stays the same. The app doesn't change. My PowerPoint presentation isn't any different from the PowerPoint desktop fucking app that you have. Instagram isn't any different than yours. But you know how to use it better. And so all of you have something that you've been doing for a very long time that you can just teach other people how to skip steps, how to get to your level. And you're probably thinking in your mind, like, yeah, I know how to do this, right? But who's going to pay for that? All right, let me just squash it for you right now. The last 2 ways that I made money, profitable ways that I've made money, is number 1, staring at dudes in their underwear. Staring at dudes in their underwear is how I made a couple $100,000. And then the way we made even more money was teaching people how to make stupid fucking videos on the internet. We made more money doing that. And that's way easier than staring at dudes in their underwear. Yeah? So that's going to be the most valuable thing you could ever do. I was a fitness influencer that did nothing with it. Zero. No diet, no training, no lifting weights. Then I did the posing. Then I even took that away. Then I didn't even do that. Then I just taught regular people how to make videos on the. I'm still a fitness influencer somehow. Fucking weird. Give your shit away for free. When you give away your shit for free, people are going to really like it. And they're going to be much easier to close. This one. Treat every lead, that's a business term for a potential customer. Treat every lead like a chick you're trying to bang. All right? Let's go on a journey. We are in Vegas right now, and we're going to go down into the Cosmopolitan, which is where we're going to go to this bar called the Crystal Lounge, and it like has all of these like chandeliers that go up like 5 stories, just fucking covered in chandeliers. Sick. And you see a girl, one person that you are sexually attracted to, at the bar by herself. Prime target. Now, your goal is to seal the deal. Bad but baddie. All right. Bend his chick over the edge of the fucking couch, whatever. Okay. Now, there's an approach to this. I'm sure all of you have been wildly unsuccessful in this venture. But if you just see her at the bar and you walk up to her, you're a girl, I'm a guy, let's do. You know, okay, same thing. Okay, we're going to pull out of that for a second. And we're going to go, you're a personal trainer, you're an online fitness coach. You see a person online post something, and you know exactly what they need to achieve all of their goal, their dream physique. You know exactly what to do. And you just cold DM them and go, hey, you need to hire me because of X, Y, Z. You know what's going to happen? You're going to get left on red, motherfucker, because you didn't build any rapport. You you diffuse the awkward situation of a girl at the bar and you having no fucking clue who she is. Right? So let's go back to the chandelier bar. Okay. There's a couple of different approaches. You walk up and maybe you go to the bar and you put your elbows on there and you're looking around like you don't even know she's there. And then, oh, it's the whatever, right? Something is relevant, maybe something in the room, maybe it's a song that's maybe don't tell her she is wearing nice shoes or some bullshit. She's gonna look through that, right? Like get some sort of compliment, maybe something funny, whatever, right? To diffuse the situation. Okay. Then when you're trying to, like court a female, should you just sit there and talk about yourself? No, not gonna work. You gotta ask about them. You gotta gas them up a little bit. Give them more compliment. Right? And then after a while, once you guys are talking back and forth, maybe you like kind of do a little knee slap, like playful touch. Right. And then it just keep your number. And then it's like this whole journey of steps that you gotta go through before you right? If you think about people that you're trying to like target to buy your stuff or become a client of yours, or you're going to help them skip steps, right? You figured out, oh man, maybe you know how to skateboard, right? And you're like, oh, I can totally teach you how to skateboard. I know you don't know how to skateboard, you don't know anything about skateboard, but I can teach you how to skateboard. Right? You got to get to the point where you can go through all of the steps to make it almost seem like it's their idea. More like this.
kind of thing away.
If you want to be an affiliate of a brand, buy their shit and wear it. So, yeah, buy their shit and use it, post them up for free, be the fucking dick girl you can possibly be. That's what I say. That flies in the face of what the majority of people would say. But I'll tell you this: as a person who has done the brand thing, they're like for like Preston Herb Company right here. I promote this guy's weed company. You know how much he pays me? No, he don't pay me anything. We don't pay me. If I, but like there are other influencers only promote his stuff with payment. They'll only do it for payment. And so if this hasn't happened yet, but if all the influencers that work for Press and Herb Company are all in the same room, and there's a bunch of them that he's paying, and then there's the guy that does it for free, but still promotes the hell out of it. Like it's almost like I have a better relationship, at least from my standpoint, with the owners of these companies than the other. Like it's almost a fresh of breath there. They're like, oh my God, like you're not gonna charge us that. I'm like, I'm gonna charge you. Like just send me the stuff. When I do I always have like some sort of event that I do, right? Be a bunch of stuff for this event. Right? So I really don't ever try to like get any money out of the brands until they make me. Yeah, yeah, right. The code. It's a little bit different. That I mean, we're talking more about like people buying the service from you or actual product from you. But yeah, there's some affiliate stuff. We actually have a whole module on it in Instagram for retard. It's day 19. It's how to maximize your affiliate marketing. So that'd be actually you might even go pull that that Word document from that. Yeah, pull that affiliate marketing. Yeah, we'll send out all the links in an email at the end of this. But yeah, okay. So you're gonna treat all your leads, all the people that want to buy your shit. You got to treat them like shake your trap. You can't rush it. You got to give them something for free. You got to give them compliments. And the best thing the best advice I can give you when it comes to selling anything, find the pain point and press down on it as hard as you can. And the number one question that'll allow you to do that is, what happens if you do nothing? What happens if you do nothing? Well, and the answer is always the same. I stay exactly where I am. Are you okay with that? No, that's why I'm on this call right now. Okay. You just got to walk them through that. You just got to walk them through that little like thought process right there. And what's going to happen is they're going to realize that they have a massive problem sitting in front of them, or they have a massive problem in their life. And the solution, is literally sitting right in front of them. You find that pain point and you press down on it. What happens if you do nothing? What happens if we do this, you commit to this, we work on this together, and it fails? What happens? Well, I'll just go back to where I am now. Okay. And once they make that connection that they can just go back to driving Uber, they can just go back to doing DoorDash, they can just go back to their regular job, really makes it. It's a safe decision. People funky about money. If you can make it not about money and more about freedom, right? More about the result, more about, getting away from a fear. People move, I think I said this earlier, people move faster away from pain than they move toward pleasure. That's what I was saying about posting the bullshit. If you post the stuff that's like really, you know, gnarly and you're embarrassed about and it's hard to talk about, when you post that, it can become very relatable. When you're relatable, people, after a while, if they see continue, content or continued messaging, begin to trust you. And once they trust you, then you have influence. Then you can take that influence and you can turn that into coaching, so some sort of coaching program. or with products and push them to the brands that you, and that's what leads to this community right here, what you guys are in right now, the thing that is going to sustain you in business. Because if you're like me, you're it's gonna transition. There's gonna be different iterations. Have like a brick and mortar business. This whole knowledge transfer. That's what I call it, a knowledge transfer business. Taught people how to graduate from management. Taught people how to pose. Taught people how to teach people how to pose. Taught people how to make Instagram. Now we're dipping our toes into the AI realm, which is insanely cool. I've learned a ton in that. You iterate as you learn more, and so now as I'm learning more about AI, as I'm learning more about investing in AI companies, I can now turn around and go, I'm learning some shit over here. That's what I am. Like, and that's where me and Nick both have hired business coaches because we see them doing better than us. And if we can just get to their level, we'll be really happy. The community is built by the bullshit. It's built by the bullshit. Now, where is the community? Well, either you have tons of different choices. Some of them are better than the other. But to put it like from basic to most like just complex, you could start off on your Instagram. There's a thing called a broadcast channel, and you can create a broadcast channel of people that are interested in the thing. I had a posing education broadcast channel. I had a Instagram for retards broadcast channel where I would put viral trends and content ideas. When I did the posing thing, I would maybe were too long to put on Instagram, or maybe a quick client testimonial that maybe didn't want to be posted. Right, you have a little bit more private group where you can discuss stuff. I would make loop video recordings. Like I would record myself looking at the pictures of my clients from that day. And I would just literally for myself, just like go through and take notes on things. And then I would just post that into my broadcast channel. And people thought I made it for that. People would. I would do the same thing with the content roast, right? People would pay me money. I'd roast their content. I'd record it. Then I'd give it away for free to the people in the broadcast channel, and they would learn. Your Facebook group. You're supposed to flip this board, but I'm fucking retarded. So I did this. Hold on. I gotta take it out and bring it back in. Yeah, because I'm dumb. You can bring that back there on the. It's important right now. Where what for? Pretty bored for life or being bored. You got hired, fired. You got hired, fired. I think you probably just need to go talk some shit. Yeah, I think if you go and talk some shit in your trial reels, it'll be It'll boost your testosterone a bit, and you'll be like, yeah, fuck these guys. All right. So, this is called money at every level. There's not a lot to it other than the eyes are bigger than the dollar signs. That means that you're going to give more visibility, less money. If the eyes are smaller or smaller and the money signs are bigger, you're going to have less visibility, more earning potential. If they're the same size, that means I believe they are equivalent, or at least in my case, they are equivalent. Okay. So, starting a business on Instagram could quite possibly be the dumbest choice out of all of these, right? This is the one with the smallest dollar signs. Everyone tracking on that? Okay. Just everyone knows that. Okay. So, and this is what I chose to do. Okay. Remember, lead a retard, manic mind. Don't make the greatest decisions. But I can show you what I did to get you where I'm at. Is there a way faster way and better way to do it? 100%. Do I know what that is? No. So I'm going to show you what I did. All right. So Instagram. You won't get paid from your posts. Post that motherfucker on Instagram, you're going to make $0. Okay. However, over here on Facebook, if you have a monetized Facebook page, if you post that same video or same picture that you put over here, and you post it over here, you will have money. I'll show you how much money. Sometimes I've made 12 cents on a post. Other posts, I've made $1,800. Regardless of how much I made, it was always more than this. Okay? Also, how many of you are over the age of 25? Do you want to know what the average age of the Instagram user is? 17 to 25. So, if your target audience or the person that you think that you would like to help or the service or product that you want your target audience to purchase, if they are not between the ages of 17 and 25, I'm going to take time on this platform. You do. If you want to build your social credit score and be an influencer and get into special, like clubs, like as you rank up, you get access to people that you wouldn't normally get. I met fucking Dana White the other night. I flexed right on that motherfucker. He looked right at me. He was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Can we get a flex?" And he was like, "But I was in that room watching him play fucking $10,000 hands of blackjack. Insanity. Because of this. Eyes. Eyes. It's not that one's better than the other. It's just the opportunities are different. If I have 1 million followers on Facebook, no one fucking cares. But the money adds up. Following, get a lot of views on Facebook? Sure. Okay. Also, you know the average age of people on it's 42 to 55. 42 to 55. Now that was a ChatGPT scrape. It was good enough.
Good question. Where I'm like, you don't.
I've watched I've watched some YouTube videos that do say you'll get better organic traffic if you post to the organic platform. Uh, but I just have been cross posting myself and it was fun. But I, I don't so this is the Elon Musk quote. I can't guarantee it, but I would bet a lot of money if a company creates a product, they're gonna want you to use it. And they're going to somehow incentivize you to use that because that was a massive investment they made. There's a whole bunch of fucking people they had to pay to create ads. Still around today. And it used to put a little tag on her thing. And now the CEO of Instagram has come out and said, it's not going to make a difference. But I don't know, man. I'm all about playing the game. I can't influence the game. I can't change. All I can do is play the fucking game. And so I try to, and that's the thing that a lot of people, especially people like my age, 35 and older, they'll be like, well, I'm not going to do any of the like trendy stuff that like the young people are doing.
The algorithm or Crego's trying to audience.
The game is you, dog. The game is you. The people who do the best on social media are the ones that I think have. They're not. There's not a part of them that they hold back. My mom called me today.
She
Called me twice today. Called me once and messaged on Instagram saying something she didn't like about my post. I told her I'm gonna stop talking to you. I'm gonna stop talking to you because she would start to influence me, not post certain things. Be they and people do. They just say like here's a great one. I almost quit. Then I chose discipline. What the fuck does that mean? What does it mean? Nobody is gonna listen. You know why? Because it's so vague and so generic. It doesn't even. It's like it's not even worth listening to. I almost quit. I almost lost everything. And I whatever. Like you got to tell the real fucking. You got to tell the story exactly like it happened. You can change the names. You can do whatever, but you got to tell the story exactly like it happened, so that people can relate with the part of the thing. So the people that can relate with the thing that happened to you. You're here for the same reason. There's something that I posted about my life that all of you went, I see myself in that. Or I want to do something similar to that. And when you want to, like, and here's like another like little sales thing that you can tell people in the sales pitch is you tell them like, basically the way that you learn is you found somebody doing it at a better, higher level than you and you copied that. Copied that. And then they're going to realize that you're standing right in front of them as the person that they should copy. Yeah. You can make some money with the affiliate marketing, codes, stuff like that. Brand deals in UGC, for example. I'll put the nicotine warning up on that one, right? This one is a brand deal. This one actually does pay me out cash each month, which is pretty cool. UGC is another thing. User-generated content. That's like commercials. You're making commercials for a company, and then you send your video to them, and they publish it on their page. Quick little thing that I'll cover just for a second here, because people always ask me tons of questions about how to get brand deals, how to get paid by companies. You got to understand what the company wants from you as a person that they would pay. Okay. And they only want one thing. This is really fucking easy. They only want one side of sales. It's the only thing they want is the only thing you can give. Brian, you're not allowed to answer this. Nate, you're not allowed to answer this. Hunter, you're not allowed to answer. But what is the only one thing that a content creator can give a brand? You money. They give you money. What do they want in return? They want a video or a picture. They want a video or a picture. They want a piece of fucking media. As a content creator, that is all you have. You literally can't give them anything else. All you can give them is a video or a picture. So brands only want one thing. Really fucking good video. That's because it's literally all you can get. It's the currency. It's the trade. They give you money, you give them a video. Doesn't matter how good you are at wearing clothes. Doesn't matter how good you are at fucking sucking the nicotine out of the fucking thing. Doesn't matter how good you are at smoking the weed. It matters how good you are at making the fucking video with the product in the fucking video. Because then other people are going to see the really good video and go, that's a really good video. You guys remember Allstate? I don't have a television. I haven't had a television since married. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't had a television since I was married, which was 2.5 years ago. Allstate commercials. Mayhem like me. Right? And it's like the guy, he's like mayhem, and he pretends to be a tree, or it falls through a house, or he's a 2x4 that goes through a fucking windshield, or it's fucking something crazy happens and the car gets caught in the fucking wood chipper, whatever. Right? All of those are real stories. I'm imagining most of them. 2x4 through the windshield, I'm sure it's happened. Right? So all of those are things that have happened. Those things are all really relatable. All of you guys remember them. And you, like, when the CEO of fucking Allstate is sitting back in his mansion watching the fucking Super Bowl, and his Allstate commercial comes on, gone. Right there. That's my video. So how do you get brand deals? Make really good videos. Think about having a huge following. It's, can you make a good video? Can you make a good enough video for them to say, I will pay you money? It's crazy. But it's also very simple. Okay, so that's that. Bam. Facebook. The cool thing about Facebook is you can monetize both your personal page and what is called a business page. This is a cool thing that they have where it's like nested. If you have 2 Instagram pages, they're not nested. Nested means things go together. And they're like stacked on each other. So Facebook, you can nest accounts. And so you can have a personal page where you post all your stuff from Instagram and all your life. That's another way to use this too, is use Instagram as, use Instagram and your personal Facebook page as your life updates. Day in the life of a Boilermaker, bipolar bodybuilder, right? Like, this is all my personal shit. Okay. Then in your business page, Facebook, all right, you can have a more niche area if you want. So I literally can't change the title, but I have one with 50,000 followers for its posing coach. Daniel Coffey.
We're going to start a whole business name. Or
No, I was just having figured out how to change the fucking name. But it's like currently it just says posing coach, and there's like a bunch of posing information that is in that business page that isn't on the personal page. Okay, now underneath the business page, so this can be, you know, it can literally be anything you have like interest in that would potentially make money, right? If you want to do your Boilermaker content, if you want to do your musician content, Brian, you can have a business page, and both of these can get monetized. The other thing you can do is you have a Facebook group that's similar to the broadcast channel that I talked about with it, but there's a lot more functionality available with Facebook. There, you can like put, you can like go live in there. You can have other people contribute to a message feed. You can have like little side tabs that allow people to, or that allow you to like post product, like digital products or ebooks or whatever. So like Facebook is a little bit more robust from the community aspect than Instagram. But the thing that is the most robust when it comes to community is going to be the school. Okay. Now, Facebook group and school community, you can kind of think of those things as the same thing. So like my Instagram for Retards school community, I could host that on Facebook, but the problem is I can't tier the membership. I can put a price to enter the Facebook group at $20 a month or whatever. But when I have this one, the school community, when I have the school community, I can tier the membership. I have a lot more. I have a lot more autonomy when it comes to the what I can offer. The membership prices. There's a whole calendar. There's a whole classroom built out. It's essentially like online college. If you guys ever went to online college, it's like online college, but like elementary school. It's like big tabs and like the pictures. It's like really easy to click shit. That's the school community. You can also use Discord. And I think there's some other like apps that allow for these different types of things. The only one I've ever used is School. Is the only one I have any experience with, and it's been a really great place to house now 3 different communities. I've done a posting coaching one, I've done Instagram one, and now we're doing one. Like, and these things iterate. People can come in, you can give them a free trial. That's also another great sales technique. Why don't you sign up for the free trial? Yeah. Have your credit card information. Yeah, it all can't flip 5 second one. Just go in there, cast. Perhaps it's all 7 days, so you're not going to get you. If you and your thing times out, and you try to log back in on the free trials, and go and purchase the thing. And that should be your goal. If to give people a whole week of things to do, then by on day 8, they go, all right, I'm going to keep this. I have good momentum here. Some early wins. I got all those early wins for free. Challenge people. I did this to the guy the other day. Why don't we see how far we can get you before you spend any money? If I had a goal, someone told me that. What if we work together and we see how far we could get in 7 days before you pay me any money? Would you be down? Yes. What? 7 days. Let's go. So far, I really like school if you give 7 day free trial, and it's really on you to make them convert. For well, yeah, if like we a weird word. Community just means it's a closed group. Well, and then like four. It's an old school forum. The school would be a break. I need a. That's it, guys. No. Dude, I appreciate it. Yeah, stand-up comedians tell the same joke over and over. You get better every time you do it. Wait, you on? Bills. Cross lift balls of people on. You just like the show. Let's try and you go like with your brain. Welcome up. Joke looks something that's hard we lot and I'm bored. You email out to you guys with all the links from today. Launches tomorrow. The Instagram for Recharge app launches tomorrow. We'll put the link in there. Well, you can buy it tonight. One of those things where it's a week. It's not the perfect app. That's why it's $10. And try to fucking break that. Yeah, I'm saying this sounds like fucking AI. Get a hard thing. I'm at work, right? I'm in a parking lot. I, I, some guy asked me if he could cut my hair when I go going to Miami. I was like, yeah, no, you cut my hair. And then another guy DM'd me and asked me the same thing, but I thought it was the same guy. So I invited 2 barbers to the airport. I said, I want you to cut my hair as soon as I get off the plane. So now I have 2 fucking barbers coming to cut my hair at the airport. So I put in the app. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? And I said, two barbers, airport. They're going to cut my hair. I need a real idea. Came up with the greatest idea. It said, have do the left side of your head and have the other one do the right side of the head and like cut in some designs or whatever, and then let the audience or let the comments decide who wins. Oh, that's fucking gold, and it gets me out of a really awkward conversation. I turn it into content. I turn it into a competition. I collab with them. They get followers. They're gonna win. But I would not have been able to do that. You know, I would have had to actually think about that on my own for a while and not be fucking distracted so I could do so. But now I just type it into the app, like literally right there. Like, if that would have happened, that's what I would have done. I'd send those 2 bars over, like, give me 5 minutes. I just would have typed that shit into my phone and said, what do I do? And it tell you what I would do. Hope you guys have a good night.